As you can tell, I wasn't about tonight to allow anything to stand in the way of me being here to honor the 2014 graduating class of NAC. The graduating class 2014, I want to congratulate them. Today's graduating class will receive, as qualified, and will receive, and this is not counting our matching grants that we provide through the NAC, they'll receive up to $1.67 million in funding. NAC students and alumni will be receiving $4.37 million in scholarships. And what's really cool is our estimate for the next academic year. Right now, the estimate is that it will be at least $6.04 million. So that's very impressive. Right now, the baccalaureate completion rate for all graduates is 80%, which compares to, comparing to a national rate of 55%, and if you look at the demographic for Hispanics, that's 46. So what I love is that we're blowing the doors off of any demographic here, and we have a demographic that clearly is not privileged, clearly has huge obstacles in place of their completing their education. And so my hat's off to you guys. It's awesome.
The NAC is so important because I myself, when I think about my own journey through Santa Ana, I needed someone to guide me into college. And the NAC represents that. We are a team of 26 that works full-heartedly with a group of 130 seniors every year to make sure that they get into college, and we supplement the hard work that our counselors do at their high schools. Unfortunately, we have so many students and very few counselors at times, so we provide that help. We provide them with the mentoring, we provide them with the academic support, we provide them with counseling if they need it for families, for individuals, as well as give them the ability to go wherever it is that they want to go to college because of our GAP scholarships that we give our students. And we give them additional support after they go to college to make sure that they stay and graduate from college, because many of our students are first-generation students.
The commitment from Henry Nicholas and the Nicholas Academic Center is absolutely monumental, because with this graduating class that's I think about 125 or so, plus those that are already in the program, there are now 500 active students in college because of Dr. Nicholas's efforts. I think that's why Dr. Nicholas does this, because he wants to make a difference. These kids, they're going to graduate in 4 years from college, and they'll have degrees, very valuable degrees that are opening up doors for different jobs. But I think more importantly, to give back to community, to give back to society, to be a role model for others, and to assist and to make a difference.
Superintendent of schools didn't have the money to have the libraries open, and the kids in the small apartments in Santa Ana had no place to study. So I would adjourn my trials at 4:30 and get over to Santa Ana High School by 4:45. They used comp time for the counselors to keep the library open from 3 until I got there at 4:30 or 20:05, and then I kept it open until 7. And the kids who were still studying, we drove home. And a funny thing happened. So many kids came to the library, they had to get more tables and chairs. And everybody wondered who the old guy was in the corner, and came over and talked. And I met these marvelous young people that were there because they wanted to study. And I saw how bright they were and how hard workers they were. And I knew some college presidents, and I called and made contact, and we put these kids into college. There are no rules, no regulations, no form books. We were going to create this, and we have. And at this point, we're 5 years old. We have, with 120 this year, over 500 graduates. 97% are retained in college. We prepare them to compete to get in. We prepare them to stay in. But it's the talent of these young people here and their hard work that does it. We have no magic. Yeah, we're motivated. We have a sophistication that many of their parents don't have. And the colleges have just flocked to recruit these kids. We're not talking about a kid with one choice. We're talking with kids with 3, 4, 5 choices. And the colleges know coming in they have to pay the full rate. The kids have no money. And they want these students and their energy and their enrichment to be part of their student body.
The NAC gave me an opportunity to discover all the colleges around the country. Originally I was focusing here in Southern California, but they showed me that it's possible to go outside the state and to be able to afford a college outside the state. And it's just been, it's a great environment to go after school, do your homework, have all the help around you, and be around students with similar goals.
My sister is now graduating and I can't believe it. And so she also applied to a lot of schools, got into a lot of them. She also got into Smith. I was like, is she gonna come here? She chose Wellesley, but I'm really, really excited for her and I know that she's gonna do great. She's gonna be the same state that I was in, but she'll have her own experience and I'm excited for her to see the world for herself. It was always really great to have somebody to look up to because I knew that to a certain extent I was going to reach the same places that she did, but it was individualized. Like I was going to reach them at a different moment, at a different time, in a different way. But it was always great to have somebody there to look up to and to really follow, like in terms of knowing what to do next.
Well, coming from a Hispanic heritage, it was very difficult for me to write. So it came down to my senior year, where I had to write my personal statements. So I had no idea. I had struggles writing to make the perfect paper. So they helped me a lot. They told me the progress, everything. So thanks to them, I'm where I am today.
There's a lot of tutors, math, science, English, that have really helped me in all the academic subjects that I have taken, like in the AP courses. They have helped me like develop more, just be a well-rounded student.
Because at first I didn't want to go because I felt like I wasn't smart enough, but like my parents and like everybody at the NAC were telling me like you are smart, and they helped me believe in myself to actually like go to college, that I could make it there.
About 2 weeks ago, before the event, we decided, what if we enlarge the dream that Dr. Nicholas has for top-notch education to be had by all kids that are going on to school? And so we said, why don't we form a community partners group? And so, as I said, just 2 weeks, and we've already had 5 or 6 inquiries for next year. And my firm, Fauble Public Affairs, stepped up with 3 $1,000 scholarships, and the very prestigious law firm Rattan & Tucker in Orange County also has given $1,000 to promote the scholarship program. So it's just, I think it's a program that's in concept, is going to work, and it's something that we should explore for next year. Many of the kids are first generation in terms of the first ones that will attend school. So to have that, have the mentoring and the support to go forward and to be leaders, this is the next wave of leadership for Orange County and beyond. And we get to be a part of it. And the kids get to see they have corporate support, school support, the support of Dr. Nicholas and his fine staff.
The bottom line is no one's more important than the kids. No one's more important than giving these kids the opportunity. And you can see in their faces how grateful they are, and they're ready to go and make something happen in their lives. We're coming back all the time. We want to be a major part, a sponsor of this event moving forward.
Private-public partnerships are absolutely the way to go. Government can't and should not be doing everything, and they don't do it well. But private entrepreneurs, they know exactly how to do things and do things efficiently, and it's I think the way we have to do it. Not everyone has the resources to make that happen, but those that do kind of have a debt to society to ensure that the next generation, their children, their children's children are in a society that allows for growth and expansion.
The NAC fills in that gap. If for whatever reason these parents just feel overwhelmed with not having the information or knowing how to get their kids on the right path, the NAC is absolutely there for them so that they don't trip or waste time or for whatever reason get lost, right? And if they do get lost, of course, the NAC will pick them up too and get them back on track.
My own son, Michael, who is a sophomore, goes to study at the Nicholas Academic Center at Valley High School, and students need extra places to study, to print out papers, to talk to advisors, and so we're really pleased with the centers and what it means to students and their academic outcomes. Well, I'm like many of those students where my parents didn't go to college, and so what does it mean to go to college, how to get in, which ones are the best colleges, how much does it cost, can we afford it? Those questions are serious questions for an inner city Latino student or any student that doesn't have parents that went to college. So the questions are big, and through the Nicholas Academic Centers, students are able to find answers, and they're able to learn that they have the capacity to go to college, and that with study and effort, sky's the limit in terms of where they can go.